I wanted to be a veterinarian from age 4 to 24. I applied to vet school twice and didn't get in either time, but I did land a 6-month professional internship for nutrition and research at Disney's Animal Kingdom. That's where I learned about gut microbes and their importance across different wildlife species. I was hooked. I got a master's at NC State studying gut microbiomes in gorillas, baboons, and chimpanzees at the North Carolina Zoo, and in binturongs, kind of a rogue carnivore species housed at the Carolina Tiger Rescue. A month into my master's, I knew I wanted to get a Ph.D., so I did. I went to Duke to study gut microbiomes at the Duke Lemur Center. After getting my doctorate, I worked with Rob Dunn and the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences to study the microbial communities in sourdough starters and other fermented foods. After my postdoc, I came back to NC State as a tenure-track faculty, and I've partnered with Dr. Diana Lafferty at Northern Michigan University to investigate the communities of microbes that live in the guts, or gut microbiomes for short, in several carnivore species. So, before we can talk about gut microbes, we have to understand our long history with microbes. Bacteria have existed for twice as long as we have. We evolved in a bacterial world. They have always shaped our evolution, including our relationship with our gut microbiome. Across that long history, the gut microbiome became intricately intertwined in critical functions associated with most of our life processes. The gut microbiome affects our development, our behaviors and moods, our immune system and overall health, and our ability to break down toxins and harvest energy from the foods that we eat. So, to learn more about digestion, let's take a tour of the human gut. As soon as you take a bit of food and start to chew, enzymes in your spit start to digest the starch in that food. After you swallow, the acids in your stomach digest the proteins and any remaining starches. In the small intestine, your body secretes bile to digest the fats in your diet and absorbs the digested starches, proteins, and lipids. The next stop is the cecum, a wonder pouch between the small intestine and colon that gives your body extra time and space for gut microbes to digest that fiber. At this point, the major nutrient left from your diet is fiber, the complex carbohydrates that make up the structure of plants. We don't make any of the enzymes needed to digest fiber. No animals do. So we are wholly dependent on microbes to unlock those nutrients. This means that no herbivores should exist because we can't digest plant-based foods by ourselves. Just think about that for a moment. Think of all the herbivores you know. Think about how amazing it is that all those animals exist only thanks to their gut microbes. Within our own species, the human gut microbiome is shaped by our personal genetics and our evolution as primates, by our day-to-day diet, and by our history of eating a variety of animal and plant-based foods, by our health or disease status, and by our age and whether our body is male or female. Many researchers and medical practitioners have tried to identify specific microbes or communities that benefit or otherwise impact our health, but it's hard to pin down any specifics, given how much those shaping forces vary across humanity. For example, the human microbiome varies across geographic regions in response to differences in diet, lifestyle, and cultural practices. In fact, microbial cultures lie at the heart of human cultures. For tens of thousands of years, way before we even knew that microbes existed, humans across the globe have prepared traditional foods and drinks using microbial fermentation. In the field of medicine, we appreciate that most microbes are not germs. In fact, many disorders result from an imbalance of the microbiome driven by modern Western lifestyles. And we can even treat some diseases and even depression by restoring specific types of beneficial bacteria. Dr. Sue Ishak and other researchers are working to identify ways that microbes can improve social justice through healthier, cheaper, more easily accessible foods. Microbes affect our health, behavior, and other aspects of our lives and well-being. Unfortunately, our access to microbes via different environments or food is inherently affected by broader social dynamics, including systemic racism and other forms of oppression and inequity. Other researchers have partnered with engineers to digest paper waste with camel cricket's gut microbes, and to process sewage to make safe fertilizers, and to maximize the ecosystem services that help buffer us from the impacts of climate change. And, just as microbes might protect us all from climate change, gut microbes may be crucial for conservation. Many researchers now wonder whether gut microbes are the key to wildlife adaptation to climate change and other anthropogenic pressures. To address the challenges that wildlife are facing in our changing world, I've partnered with researchers across the country and with students here at NC State to study the gut microbiomes of different carnivore species as a part of a class I teach on gut microbial ecology. Our work will help conservation biologists to better understand and protect wildlife. And our findings are also improving our understanding of the ecological rules that govern our relationships with our own gut microbes. As you can see, the microbiome of the human and animal gut may be relatively small, but it still offers a huge world of study. As much as there still is to learn, I hope you also feel empowered by the idea that there are tons of decisions you make in your own daily lives, from what foods you eat to how much time you spend outdoors, that can help you make the most of your gut microbiome and all the good that it can do for you.